Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Thursday morning, July 20th, 2023, here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission and goal is to help you change the financial trajectory of your life by teaching you how to currency trade with our proprietary trading indicators that have been around now for 15 years. Actually, they've been around 25 years, and we've been letting other people use them for 15 years. We teach you how to use them with personalized one-on-one training, which we think is the most efficient and effective way to teach someone how to currency trade. If you try to figure it out on yourself, there's zillions or there's a lot of information out there on YouTube and various articles and whatnot. We've simplified it to a few pieces of information that we think make it very easy to determine when a good trade setup exists. And we're going to try to take a look at a few this morning. So with that, we need to start by listening to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trade sessions. Purpose is twofold. One is they're educational to show you how different traders use different signals to trade. We've got about a dozen different signals, and when we train you, we will create a trade plan around your availability to trade and your risk preferences. Once you are a member, we've got a trade session every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. We have another one every evening at 10 p.m. Eastern. But one of the keys to success is that when you work with us, you have an accountability partner. There's built-in accountability because once we've trained you, we let you trade with company funds. We do not want you to lose the funds because when you lose the funds, the money's gone and we don't get it back. So we're keeping an eye on what you're doing. When you start to drift off, we will step in and try to figure out what's wrong and get you corrected. But we have continuous training every Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern and every Saturday morning, in addition to your one-on-one training. Plus, we do monthly sessions. So lots of opportunity to learn and get better. I like to work off of a little checklist, kind of like a pilot's checklist. Helps me stay focused. Good habit every day is to make sure you restart the green charts. I find sometimes the memory, the RAM gets clogged up, and it's good to refresh the memory so everything's working fast. And then two, they do periodically do updates to the green chart so that you have the most latest version. End of every day, it is good habit not just in trading, but in life, is to kind of do a mental review of the day, and specifically where are some opportunities to do a little better. So in trading, with our simulator, you can always go back to the specific time that you took a trade and see what it was that you were looking at and why you decided to take that trade. That becomes invaluable in kind of improving your swing, getting better, seeing what went wrong, and fixing it. We are technical traders. It means we are trading strictly based on the price action. People who trade on the news are called fundamental traders. We don't do that. But we do want to know what the news is so that we can trade around it, because the news does impact. And when news is announced, it can cause currency prices to jump. And best place to get that is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into kind of three components. Yellow, which is low impact. So we ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact, and red, which is high impact. Those are the ones I kind of want to trade around. And usually I find that I want to be 2 hours around out of a trade 2 hours beforehand, because the information starts to leak out. And as it starts to leak out, especially on these things where it's a published number, it starts to cause change that doesn't necessarily get reflected in the indicators. So this morning at 8:30, we've got unemployment claims on the U.S. dollar. So we are within that 2 hour window. So we're going to probably avoid trading the USD this morning. We will do our analysis on the USD. Just, part of the goal here is to help you see what a good setup looks like. So we will step through the USD pairs, but we won't take on the USD this morning. So with that, let's jump into it. We have a dozen different signals that you can trade with. The one that I principally trade with is something called the 10-point trade signal. And basically, we are trying to get all the lines from all three sections of the chart to line up in one direction. And we want to get at least 7 of the 10 lines going in one direction. I do it off of a 1 hour chart. It suits my risk preference. I want to be 30 minutes into the chart to see what the setup, to have the chart have a chance to form. On a 1 hour chart, a trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. Typically, support and resistance on a 1 hour chart is about 40 pips. And my sweet spot is 11. If I can get 11 pips on a trade, I'm a happy camper. If I can do that 3 times a day, I've had a good day. And these trades typically will close within 1 to 3 hours. So with that, let's take a look at what we've got. Chart I am trading off of is the light 6 major, which is one of the standard charts. If you could please mute yourself. Hold on a second here. And on this chart, it's a composite chart. It's showing us 6 different currency pairs, and these are all U.S. based. Starting with the Australian dollar USD, I start with the middle section of the chart, which is what we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line, and this horizontal red line is the oversold line. So when these lines are above the blue line, the market tends to be overbought. So if the market's overbought, it is a good time to sell. And specifically, the time to sell is when all the lines are pointing down. Likewise, when the lines are below the red line, the oversold line, the market's oversold, so that's a good time to buy. And ideally, I want the lines pointed up then. So right now on the Australian dollar USD, we are oversold, overbought, and everybody's going up. So it's not quite ready. Now, can I get 10 pips being overbought and taking a buy here? Yes, you can. It's just not part of my trade strategy. My goal is to catch it on one end, say over here on the USD Swiss franc, ride it through the channel and get my 10 pips out of here. And you can see 2 candles, that's 2 hours. I would have gotten 10 pips there. So nothing here. Euro USD, we were overbought and we are going up through the channel, and we are more than halfway. Usually when we get more than halfway, I usually don't take the trade. I want to catch it further down here and ride it up through the channel. Other thing I don't like here is we're going from less steep to more steep, and then it's kinking again here, and the slope is going to less steep. So I prefer it to be going from less steep to more steep. So, but also because we're more than halfway, I'm going to pass. Pound to USD, oversold. We've been oversold for a while here. Minors going down, majors sideways, so we're going to pass. We don't have agreement. USD Canadian dollar, oversold. Minors are going sideways, majors are going down, so we don't have agreement. USD Swiss franc, overbought. Everybody's sideways. And USD yen, we're in the middle of the channel. We're more in the middle of the channel, about 2/3 of the way through. Actually, we're almost oversold, and going down. So had we caught this turn here, this is nice. You can see nice steepness on the line. Typically, I'm looking for a greater than 45-degree steepness on the green line. We have that here. But again, it's almost oversold, so we're going to pass. So I have cloned this chart and made a second chart. And actually, I've got 4 of them, or 3 others. This second chart has non-USD pairs. So euro, pound, overbought, everybody's going up, so I'm going to pass. Australian dollar, pound, overbought, everybody's going up. Minors are a little steeper than the majors, and here you've got a situation where you're going from more steep to less steep. This time of day, it is evening in both of these markets, so typically, I don't want to trade unless at least one of these two are daytime in the market on a 1-hour chart, because I'm looking the move to happen in 1 to 3 hours, but the volume now is going to be slow in both of these markets. So I won't get the execution that I'm looking for. So you need to pay attention as to what time it is in the market that you're trading against. Euro Canadian dollar, oversold. Everybody's going up, but this up is kind of more of a sideways. We've got the kink in the line. We're going from more steep to less steep. So the slope on the green line here is less than 45 degrees. So technically I have 3 points here. 1, we're oversold. 2, all the lines are going up. And 3, I've got what's called a double cross, where the green line is on top of the red and the gray line's on top of the black. I want all 3 of those, but because of the slope of the green line here, I'm going to pass on this. Normally, if I decided that I did want to go, I would jump up to the TNTs and look at what these lines are doing. 2 orange lines are going up, telling me buy. So it's supporting a buy that I'm seeing here. Blue lines are inversely related. So the 2 blue lines, which means if the if the blue line's going down, that means buy. So both of these are telling me buy. So all four are telling me buy. I want to have at least three of the four. So I've got a check here. Everything's good. This is telling me buy. And then the last piece is to look at what the pressure is doing. And I want the pressure lines either going up, which they're not, or I want the green line on top. Green line's just about ready to cross over that red line. Once it does, this would be good. But now, just even while we've been talking, you can see the green line now has gone down. So we don't have that signal there. So we'll pass. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar overbought sideways. So we're going to pass. Pound yen. Everybody's coming down, or oversold coming down. Minors are starting to go sideways, but majors are going down quite steeply. Euro, Australian dollar, oversold, going down, so nothing there. Let's go to the next grouping. Canadian dollar, yen, overbought. Everybody's going down. I got the double cross. Our green line is at about 45 degrees. So I got 3 points here. Overbought. Everybody's coming down. And I've got the double cross, reds on top, blacks on top. I don't like that the green line is so far from entering the channel. I prefer it to be a little closer, almost touching to go in. But let's see what the TNTs are telling us. Thick orange is going down. I don't know what that is. Huh. Oh, it's my phone. What? It's the other phone. Let's see here. All right, yeah, 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines going up. So all four are telling me sell. I've got up pressure, but I've got red on top. So I've got a point here, 1 point in the pressure, 3 points here on the majors and minors, and 4 points here. So I've got 8 points. It's morning time in Canada. It's evening time in Japan, so that's okay. Let's take a look at, normally, I'm not crazy about the signal, but let's keep doing our analysis. Once I see the setup, I want to confirm the setup. And I'm going to confirm the setup by going to the 2 and the 4-hour chart. Canadian dollar, yen. And what I'm looking for, I don't know why this isn't formulating right. Let's refresh it. All right, there we go. So this is what we're just looking at. I want to see that the 2-hour is overbought. which it is. The lines don't necessarily have to be coming down. I just want it to be overbought. And I'd like to see the 4-hour overbought, which it is. And again, the lines don't need to be going down. And the reason I want that is if for some reason this signal weakens, I will catch the trade off of the 2 or the 4-hour because eventually these are going to turn. It's just going to take longer to execute. Because what I don't want to have happen is I don't want to lose money. So I'm really focused on trying to get the direction right. And when these are overbought, they're eventually going to turn. So we have that Canadian dollar yen. Let's, since I have the confirmation, then I need to figure out what the trade is worth. So this is unlike the kind of the 5-1 that we teach during the trial, where it's worth 3 pips. This one you got to kind of figure out what it's worth. So to do that, I'm going to get a clean chart. Canadian dollar yen. Come on. And I am going to, I want to know where, what the heck? Why are we not? The chart isn't formulating right. So let's see if we do a refresh. Canadian dollar yen. All right, so I want to kind of crunch it up a little bit, drop some support and resistance. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And these are going to become the bounds of where I trade from. So, right, come on. Right here, it seems to stop. Stopped right in here. Right over here, it seems to stop. So I am going to trade within that channel. So it seems to stop in here, stopped in here, stopped over here. And I'm going to put one more in up above this. They tend to be about 30 to 40 pips apart on the Euro USD. So it kind of stopped a little bit there. So that gives me the range as to where I'm going to trade within. So we are sitting almost right on top of a resistance line. And then I want to know how much room do I have. So we're at 105.892 to 106.30. So that's about 40 pips. 0.89 to 0.30 is about 40 pips. So we get plenty of room down and we get that resistance on the other side. So that's 37. Let me 14. Let's go back and take a look at the signal one more time. we've lost a little bit of the slope here. It's a little less than 45 degrees. But I think we're hitting resistance here. I'm going to go ahead and take a sell for 14 pips. A sell for 14 pips on the Canadian dollar yen. So you can take that in your simulator, or if you're using MetaTrader to trade with. So first I need to open up the pair. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart, and I'm going to go down to this third Forex group, and it'll probably be in here. So Canadian dollar yen is right here. I am going to make it a 1 hour chart, which we've got. I don't like this, so I am going to use, I like to see the candles like this. I'm going to go to new order. I'm going to adjust my lot size based on how much is in the account. And this is a demo account. It's got $7,900 in it. So I'm going to just round that up and go to 0.8. So I'm going to move the decimal places over 4 spots. So I can trade anywhere from 0.4, which is half of this, to like 1.6, which is double of it. Trading at 0.8 will allow me to keep 2 open trades. I'm going to click sell by market. It records the sell. Right click on the order line, go to modify. As I said, I want to take about 14 pips. 14 pips is 140 points. 140 points. I click the little blue button and it does the math for me. We're going to use a 3-to-1 on this. So 3 times 15 is 45. 45 minus 3 is 42. So we're going to use 42 pips as a stop loss, which is 420 points. Just add an extra 0 to it. Click the copy as button. Does the math for me. Modify, and then I'd like to see that we got both the stop loss and take profit. All right, so we did a sell on the Canadian dollar yen. Sell on the Canadian dollar yen, and I'm going to write this down. With a take profit of 106.091 Canadian dollar yen, and a stop loss of 106.653. So we did a sell on the Canadian dollar yen with a take profit of 106.091 and a stop loss of 106.653. And I will expect that to close within the next 1 to 3 hours. Thank you for joining me this morning. I will be returning to the United States on Saturday. So next week we should be kind of back on a regular schedule and not have any internet issues like we were getting this week. I will be sending out an overnight trade tonight. Thanks so much for joining me. If you want to learn to trade, trading's changed my life. It can change yours too. These indicators are very good. We will teach you how to use them and get you set up so that you can trade successfully. And we're so confident that we'll even let you trade company funds. All right. Thanks so much. We will see you on Monday afternoon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.